I guess welcome to Friday Theorizer, and tonight me and Geckos have a relatively quick one for you, but let's start all math before we get into it. So,
Gotcha. So, how are you doing tonight, Deej?
I'm doing well, I'm doing good. I'm,
You
do,
get up to anything special since I saw you last?
um, I saw a disco logo for my TikTok group that I'm in.
Oh, I didn't know you were in one of those. You need to send me a link for that.
Okay, I mean, I will tell you this. I know you don't have any problem with it, but for one, it's neurodivergent, so you do it autism and a lot of other diagnoses. So, yeah, I will invite you after we're done here. But
Okay.
you you got sick in the last 2 days. What's up?
Well, for me, it's just not getting enough sleep, and just my voice is a little bit like iffy, like since last night.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm basically just going to be taking some tea and getting some sleep.
Makes sense. Well, I'm one only people with that. Uh,
hmm
yeah.
I will say I am looking forward to Pelswick for next week.
Yeah, I, I'm here, and I'm I'm joking, but I'm lucky those not a season three that we can jump ahead of me.
Hey, it doesn't happen all the time. I mean, it's not Pelswick's fault. It's just the way the things were organized on where I found it.
Alright,
It just jumped. It just jumped there.
now I gotta make sense.
So yeah, your first request for me, I had to let you know that that was basically just a yes or no. There was no theory there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, your question was where was it again? Yeah, it's would the loophole apply to any kid named Timmy Turner? I could say it does or it doesn't, and that's the answer.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, it's, it would technically be a loophole and a loophole, you
Uh,
know?
uh-huh.
So that's why I was like, huh, would this work or not? But yeah. Now, do you want me to dive in first or do you wanna dive in?
All right, I will say I can get us started off. And the idea of what a Nightmare on Elm, why am I saying it? Nightmare Before Christmas. I was
What?
about to say Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, no, definitely not.
That would be a very different series.
Yeah.
Yeah. the Nightmare Before Christmas TV series is something which they very much could have done. The idea in which they opened the film with showing the various doors I would say, open the door
Uh,
to,
hmm,
which would open the door to creating something around Jack, possibly going into these doors and recruiting even a group of holiday themed characters. And we could have this as a bit of a somewhat action series in which Oogie Boogie ends up recruiting his own team of holiday themed villains. We
hmm.
could have him recruiting the Krampus from Christmas Town to fight against Santa from Christmas Town. My whole thing about this would be something akin to DreamWorks' Legends of the Guardians.
Okay.
Because where I see this going is that the whole thing with ooh, all right, the whole thing with Night Before Christmas is its goals, is its ability to draw in the idea of what each holiday means.
Mm,
I would see this as being each episode focusing on a different holiday, each episode focusing on an initial season around the recruitment of the character, and similar to something that you had me look into before, which was the 101 Hero series, if you recall that.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, that was one of the things that did sort of pop into my head when you did mention that.
Okay.
So we'd be getting an Easter bunny, we would be getting Santa, Krampus, we would be getting a giant turkey, or any of these types of things, and the focus of each episode being on that sort of recruitment, and culminating with an end season with either a big battle or something as silly as just like just random groupings for the characters.
Yeah.
Um, I will ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
This is a type of show which I could very much see either being a more episodic, more silly show, but could also very much be like, as I was mentioning, a big uh 1980s style toy-etic good versus evil type thing,
Yeah.
which makes it kind of silly in that you have sort of scary characters like Jack portraying the good side in this sort of thing. Which would you feel more confident in this being? In it being an episodic or something more serialized?
I actually would want to go the way Curry, okay, let's go with okay, it sounds off episode, but over, let's say 3, 4 seasons, whatever it is, it becomes more serious into, oh, we need these characters to help defeat this big bad. So that's kind of what I thinking for that.
Mm.
But I mean, I don't have to tell you much of Kelly again because you
We've
watched
been
it.
watching enough of it.
Yeah, so you know how it has gone from episodic to plot devices. So that's what I would want.
Yes. Okay, as for the character roles, yes, you have like the guest characters that they would be getting from these various like different lands,
Yeah,
but I believe for the Christmas night, not for Christmas night, for Halloween Town, in it being sort of the hub headquarters, I would see the professor sort of being a gadget man, developing things. I envision this being something where there's like, oh, a viewing globe type deal where they'd get an emergency happening in one of the lands, and he would be sending them out on missions where Jack would portray himself as the leader in these situations.
I I could see that. I get that.
hmm Sally, I'd see going on missions with, but everyone else I'd see mostly just staying in Halloween Town.
Now I will say this, and I want to see if you have the same thought problem, but for thought Bill and Glenn, should them be more of double, if not triple, agent.
I see them more as being just your generic, not generic, just your basic Team Rocket style, always showing up, causing trouble, and
Okay.
then leaving at the end of the episode type of group.
Yeah, makes sense.
That was
Got
the wrong card.
uh, got anything else for that?
Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't mean for you attacking me, but okay. I meant for
No, I didn't mean to throw out the corrupted sea. I was trying to throw out a different card.
yeah, I get you.
hmm
But no, my
But no,
question,
lock, stock, and barrel, or lock, shock, and barrel
yeah,
would be Oogie's his minions that he would just send out.
okay, got it, makes sense. Anything else for that, or is that all you got for?
I'd say that is pretty much what I'm thinking about with that.
Okay, so,
hmm
okay, move on to my theory was we we kind of did a thing here this week because I'm talking about the King of the Hill revival.
Yep.
So, so, okay, with the upcoming King Hill revival dropping some 425, there's a strong theory that the show wouldn't just pick up where it left off. It would reimagine Owen through a grown-up Bobby Hill, turning himself into the emotional core of Monsters Monarchs, every moment of world narrative. Now, with the original scenario, was the original scenario largely settled on Hank's traditional value clashes with the tragic war. This new version would flip that script. Bobby could now be the one trying to make sense of a world that moved even farther from the foundations his father once fought to preserve. Adult Bobby with mom in a mono American way, raised by a conservative but ultimately good. The ultimate good that Bobby might now be someone caught between generations. Not fully Hank, not fully Gen Z.
I will say this.
Yeah.
Um, did you think that Bobby would keep up being an entertainer, or would he go into something else?
Possibly I think Bobby would be entertaining. I don't think it would be like full out logical mode like most like a few people today. But I think he would keep that comedy about him that he had in the original series.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. I also imagine him marrying comic supernatural fun and still be friends with uh, what was Daryl's son's name?
What do you mean their son's name?
Not who was Bobby's best friend in the original?
Oh, okay. You mean Dave's kid.
It's Dale,
Uh,
not
you're
the
right.
yeah,
I forget his name. It's been a long time.
yeah, no. But I imagine that he would still be hanging around Bobby like Dale and Hank role, and that they are, how do I say this?
I
Doing
could
the
see that.
mono equivalent of what their parents did in the original show.
Um, I see them all sticking together for the most part. Part of that is just the nature of it being a TV show, but
Yeah,
also small town America,
yeah,
and a
no,
lot of
it's
people like staying in an area. Though I'm thinking Bobby probably did leave Arlington and may be coming back.
uh, okay. I mean, that makes sense. Now, I will say this before I move on to Hank. Bobby is definitely going to be more what he's tied in between generations. He would ultimately show his kind heart without a doubt, in my opinion. I mean, definitely there would be, the whole, oh, Bobby, you need to be more like your dad, but, there's also gonna be, oh, hey, don't be too much like Hank, you know?
Yeah, I know, I can get you on that.
Alright, now moving on to Hank, and I'm gonna make this simple. Hank is the new captain. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, Hank would be as grumpy as captain was, but he would be that grandfather figure if Bobby had a child, and Hank would be playing the fun grandfather instead of the strict dad.
All right, so for that, I very much am going to have to disagree. Because I will say most of Hank's journey over the course of King of the Hill
Yeah,
is him doing everything in his power to not be the type of father that his father was to him. And him behaving anything like that would run counter to like who he is as a person. Like Hank starts off the show as being someone who did find Bobby's like ideas and antics strange,
yeah,
but he is the most understandable person like there.
okay, got you.
So I don't see him being able to be anything like Cotton.
Well, okay, I'm not saying he's gonna be a exact copy of Compton because in Compton fought in wars, Compton was a military man. Hank's not, I mean, but I do say that Hank will provide that sense of wisdom to his grandchild for uncle, and he will be the old man who's like, back in my day, this is what we do. In the nice,
Right. I can see what you mean, but Hank already was someone who started off the show as a back in my day type of person, but realized that that's a terrible way to behave. So he already went through like realizing going back in my day is bad. So I couldn't see him like doing that.
yeah, well, I'm honestly, you know,
Like when he would
uh,
like when he would get on Bobby for the type of music that he would listen to.
yeah,
That stuff he's already went through.
yeah, but Kako, you know, just as well as I do, after 20 some years, they're gonna forget some details. A character might have to go through that journey again. So it's I
I
just
I could see it. I,
yeah
I I could see some of it, but I hope they don't do any of that.
no neither do I, but I mean it makes sense after 20 years that they might make some mistakes. I mean it's not gonna be a perfect revival. I mean, for
All right,
what?
I want to see how this works.
Okay.
Okay, that worked all right.
Okay.
I was hoping that damage would go to the monster instead of to you, and that would be able to take out your whole theme with like that one combo.
Yeah,
That dang random effect.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. What about your thoughts about like other characters?
Okay. I will say this. If they bring back Leanne,
You
I'm
mean Luan?
her. Leanne. Sorry, yeah, Leanne. I know Leanne, so I got confused. My bad. But yeah, Leanne and if they bring back, I I'm hoping that they tone down the Dixie Blonde of her character and have her actually settle down and be raising her kid. I mean, or her great kid, whatever they decide to do, but I just want a moment with Lily where she's not as strong-headed as she was in the original show. Makes sense?
Yeah, but okay. When you mean strong-headed, she she would just make dumb decisions based off of like her beliefs.
Yeah,
Uh, but she also, I think, was one of the more not I don't just mean like kind-hearted, but she sort of an innocent type character. I don't know the exact type of thing I mean to say with that.
yeah, no, I got you. I mean, that's all I have, Will.
Mm.
Now, I can't really say much about her kid. because we don't know much about how kids would have been brought up. So,
Right.
but I'm just thinking if they do it 15 years into people, it, that kid would be around Bobby's age in the original series.
I'm wondering if a lot of the show could focus on Cotton's kid. You know, Hank's half brother.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that would be interesting, but I also see that they might have to write out some characters, and that one, in my opinion, that they may really write out. I mean, what do you think?
Well, since I'm the one that brought it up, I'm the one who thinks that they're
Well,
using
yeah,
Hank.
no,
Yeah.
my bad, but you have to agree that they have to write out some characters. I mean,
Well, Cotton they would write out because he's almost guaranteed to be dead.
well, no, did it cut
Yeah, he
the,
did die.
yeah, so they wouldn't even
Need
touch,
to write him out.
yeah, touch that storyline unless they have Bobby go to his grave site and say, Grandpa, I need your help. What's
Yeah, you
it?
could do flashbacks.
Yeah, yeah.
I
But,
do believe that they're going to have like his voice actor is signed on for the show, but he
uh,
was also the voice actor for Connie's father.
yeah, no.
Khan Susan Newsom's
Yeah,
son.
yeah. With full calm, I honestly think he's gonna be the grumpy father-in-law. Oh, why did you marry this Bobby? He's no good for you. You have married his name Hill, but
That I don't quite think because he knows Bobby. He would joke around about Bobby, but he likes Bobby.
okay.
It wouldn't be like some weird stranger, you know?
Yeah, no,
Unless she ended up being like a teen mother or something, which I don't think would happen.
yeah, no, I don't think that.
No wait, didn't where when did what was the final episode of King of Hell?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Hmm.
And funny that we picked to say
Oh
that.
yeah.
So this is really the Battle of the Rich Kings.
Let me see. Sister Love. Just checking something out.
Why
No,
not?
that's not gonna work.
Why
All right.
not? What?
I was gonna draw something, but no, it wouldn't have worked.
Okay.
It would have gotten me killed. Okay, no, he graduates middle school and starts high school near the end of the series.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was checking out. Can I remember a graduation featuring Bobby? I was trying to remember what that was.
Yeah. Okay. Hmm. But no, but Volcon, yeah, like it may be okay with Bobby, but I do think he would be joking with him just a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I can sort of see. He also is just someone who would just taunt people in general.
Yeah,
Nothing specifically against Bobby, just being himself.
yeah. I'm good. Now, I I probably think that, and let me know and see what I said, but Peggy would still be a sub even once she's at a retirement age, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't see her leaving education fully, but I do see her as a semi-retired teacher. I mean, makes sense.
Sure.
Now, okay, I'm gonna be a little funny with this next one. John Redcombe would have ascended to his ancestral plane and finally revealed to Joseph that he's actually his dad. Yeah.
Okay, he doesn't know. All right, I was trying to remember.
Yeah, no, I don't remember them actually telling Joseph that John Malcolm was his biological dad.
Yeah, okay. No, he never actually finds out. All right.
Yeah, so this would be a good time for him to find out. Now, I do think that Bobby would go into, or, well, not go into, but have worked at Liquid Propane for a couple years when he finished high school and college, and he kind of learned why his dad was obsessed with propane and propane accessories. I mean, that makes
Um,
sense to me, but
I
what
mean, like
the?
he knows why his father likes propane because it's clean burning.
Yeah. Uh, so let me ask you, how you feeling right now? Because we're,
Tired. Um,
we're 10 minutes past what we said, so,
I'm okay if we're going a bit longer and just finishing up this match.
okay, cool.
All right. When it comes to the whole propane, because like propane, I felt was a metaphor for Hank's life. It was also just his connection to Strickland propane
Yeah,
and what that meant to him.
well, yeah, makes sense, it does,
Because yes, propane was good, but it was also just his loyalty to Strickland.
yeah. Uh,
So, how many episodes are we going to be doing next week?
um, 5, unless you want to stretch it out for a additional week.
We could do four because we could do 4 and 4 because otherwise we're going to be left with three for the last one.
Okay, so it's 17 episodes, right?
Right.
So it would be 4, 4, and 5. 5?
Okay, yeah.
So that's what
Because three feels way too short, you know?
yeah, no, no, I got you, but it's we,
It's six, 4 is too short, and 6 is too much.
yeah,
No,
but
no, three is too short, 6 is too much.
yeah, but I mean, we can't really even it out all.
Right.
I mean,
One of them's going to be an odd.
yeah, yeah. So, okay, so 4, 4, and 5
Okay.
because we do need to get it in a number that works, and even which way we did it, you know, 5, 4, 4, or 4, 5. 4, 5, 4, we would be
Yeah.
ending the same way we do it. So,
Yeah, I still think 3 weeks is good for it.
yeah, yeah,
A nice little break.
yeah, definitely.
Hmm. Ooh.
I don't like
Okay.
that ooh. That ooh tells me you have a plan and I might be done now in next 2 to 3.
Oh, well, I don't need to do the plan the way I was thinking because that's just popped up. I was going to be doing this. And here we are.
Yep, I knew it would it might be quick.
Yeah. I just saw the cards line up perfectly for that.
Okay, well, I don't have anything else to talk about with this. So, let's,
So cutting it a little bit short, but not by much.
yeah,
We ended up getting a bunch of stuff discussed, and I think it went pretty well.
yeah, it went well. It's definitely good. But,
So I'm probably gonna watch some of Pelswick tomorrow.
okay, cool. Uh, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it again. Wendy was here, trying to say before, but bye, guys.
Later, taters.